for people. Yeah, you're getting a KO with D-Light recovering on Blasters at 150. So a high ceiling, but still, Blasters players are loving it.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of what we're about to be seeing here. Now, the thing is, though, like, I'm a big battle boots enjoyer.
Okay.
We don't really see a lot of boots coming out from Raydish, though, at least in these last few matches that we've been seeing. There has been times where I've seen him tap in. I just don't know if he's going to tap in just yet, but as you can see, he threw those boots away immediately. Does get him back, though. Hold on. Maybe it was just the weapon star if he just kind of missed.
Yeah, I think he's focusing on the weapon star game, which it doesn't matter how focused he is when the weapon spawn goes right on top of BalloonBoy.
Absolutely.
All the way on the left side like it just did. Waiting for that inlight to come out, waiting for the second inlight too. He went in for the dare. He was going for the big move to maybe try and finish off that stock, but BalloonBoy instantly jumped out of it. Stayed high when Raydish went low.
Okay. Oh, double shots right there. Caught him again. I like that. Trying to get the X pivot in there as well with that neutral air, but we're not able to get it.
Yeah, we're already seeing like more airs out of BalloonBoy than we've seen in like the past 2 sets that we've seen him play in. Already trying to juggle with that, but that is it feels like an early KO.
I
didn't think he was going to be knocking out on that one.
Yeah. I'm good though. Yeah, so all right. Either way, I mean, he might be able to just get right back in to the mix if BalloonBoy can start to get some hits here. But no, it looks like Raydish comes back off of watching BalloonBoy come back down and just get 40 damage immediately. That's nice.
Oh, I thought he could get the D-Light right off that corner of the soft platform so we could follow it up with a recovery potentially off the top to get the KO. The GC Insig, Raydish is just going to wait it out. He's not going to push the offstage. You know that.
Okay, goes well over him on that one. Raydish now. Definitely dancing around quite well. BalloonBoy has not been able to figure out exactly how to hit Raydish just yet, at least to get this stock off. Raydish about to lap him percentage, also in stock. Okay.
That's tough, because I think that's off a misinput from the throw, because BalloonBoy just like threw the blasters at the blast zone rather than towards Raydish. Raydish also threw a weapon toss that ended up missing, but his was much closer to being on the mark. And I love the weapon toss that they had before that, where they each threw their weapons at each other. There was a spot dodge that came out from Raydish. BalloonBoy got hit, and so Raydish was able to go through and then pick up his weapon off of that while BalloonBoy was disarmed because he didn't have the reaction time to dodge the weapon toss.
Dude, right now, BalloonBoy is way far behind. He's going to have to make some crazy plays here, but I feel like that's a little hard to do. I think Raydish is definitely pretty... What is going on?
He went for the big bird off the top. That would have been so sick. That would have been a big caw.
The triple tap of the neutral air into the big... Yeah, the big bird would have been absolutely... I would have jumped out. If I had a seat, I would have jumped out of it. Uh-oh.
I think Walt would have given us a caw for that one.
All the way from New York.
Yeah, we would have heard it too. Oh, he's still trying to juggle off the top. That's going to do it. Man, I feel like Raydish is using that signature, both the D-Sig and the N-Sig, more as his options here, when previously it felt like it was mostly side-Sig.
Right.
Like he would occasionally throw out the D-Sig just for like, oh, you're going to dodge in, or you're going to spot dodge like right on top of me. And then it was mostly like off the, even today, it was a lot of off the soft platform, reverse slide charge side-Sig, riding that motorcycle as far as he can go. But now he's using the N-Sig and he's using the D-Sig a whole lot more, and we're not really seeing the bike.
Yeah, I think we saw the bike in a couple. Oh wow, swap immediately.
Yep.
Yeah, we have got out of there. We're going to the Zario. So, but yeah, we seen the bike a couple times off of this soft platform for like the slide off, reverse Tokyo Drift bike. But that's about it, and that's not even in this set so far.
Yeah, that was in the previous set.
Yeah, in his previous set. Currently, he's just definitely been holding it down with again that orb. That's what I expect to see. But getting a couple of clean boots plays as well too.
Man, I'm worried about BalloonBoy's ability to get in on Raydish here and not like whiff any attacks and then get punished, because that's what's been happening mostly so far. He's got a few hits here and there. He waits after that sidelight, even goes for the falling nair after that in case Raydish goes down towards the ground. But yeah, I'm hoping that maybe he swaps over to the bow and is able to play the range game a little bit more. Like the damage isn't totally getting away from him here, but he does have like double damage on his stock compared to Raydish.
Okay. BalloonBoy now is trying his best to get any type of hit. Finally finds himself a gauntlet and light, but he has really not been able to like take any type of advantage. Right now, Raydish is definitely controlling the pace of this match, and every time BalloonBoy gets a hit, it's just like, all right, that's all you got. There's no established pressure after that. There's no aggressing. Just hold. Well, I got some damage, and now we're back to neutral.
I wasn't able to find a punish after that because Raydish did the inlight on the ground, and then BalloonBoy was on the soft platform trying to avoid the inlight. Dare right over the corner, but dude, Raydish is so far back. You are not going to catch him playing dangerously close to the edge, ready for like the super telegraph GC Insig that you know is coming out from a Zario player. Raydish was 100% ready for that.
Chase down. Nice. Okay. No second chase down here. Definitely tried it, but Okay, well, not the, you know what, honestly, he's hit a lot of people with that, but like Raydish, I just feel like it's not really falling into a lot of.
Yeah, but that's the key. He's not going to fall into that.
Yeah, like Raydish is definitely, he will wait out until he sees the thing that he can't punish. So, yeah, never really going to go on the offense until it's time for like guaranteed, like it's a 95% chance it's going to hit. Okay.
God, dude, this is not the stage to play a Bow Legend on. Unless, like, maybe he is playing Zariel, so you can use the side sig, and you can use the down sig. But this is just like, you're going to struggle. Okay, that does it. I was almost a little bit worried that that wasn't going to do it. Just because neutral air on Bow really does not have, like, the biggest KO power in the world, and especially being on Fortress.
Took him a little bit, though. Now he's going to have to try to make some big plays to try to get back into this game. As you can see, when he was trying to go for that down air, he's like, maybe I can just start a cheeky little edge guard. Not going to happen this time around, though. Raydish once again controlling all this space on the ground. BalloonBoy getting, you know, some stray hits, but never really turned that into advantage still.
If I'm sensing, like, the vibes and the energy of this match and all the subjective stuff, it feels like Raydish is still definitely in control. And I think, like, he is, but not that in control, right? He's getting towards the later stages of yellow, definitely after that in light. BalloonBoy is, like, through the middle stages of orange, so BalloonBoy is not that far behind. It's just Raydish is so consistently ahead, and the damage lead is just always in Raydish's favor so far. His damage is more consistent. He's building it up more frequently, and it feels like BalloonBoy is just like he gets behind, and then he stays behind. These are the way Raydish plays.
I think to your point, there's a way to definitely shake Raydish out of this this zen state that he's in right now, right? So if BalloonBoy did just get like a crazy read on a side sig, gets himself the lead, yeah, it's gonna put a lot of pressure on the Wait,
oh, great
no side sig necessary. Oh my God.
Okay,
that's what he needed. Okay, now he's in the lead. This is exactly what I was talking about. Now let's see what Raydish does from behind. Can he now still establish that type of same pressure that he's been holding throughout this game from this situation?
Yeah, BalloonBoy playing so far back, like Raydish with the like lazy tosses up. I call them lazy because they're like super slow, low arcing tosses. I think Raydish just felt super safe there, and BalloonBoy really capitalized on that. See if Raydish can clean up the stock. Goes in with a big ground pound. That was a commitment, especially when he's in the orange on final, and BalloonBoy still has 2. Oh, all right, there we go. There's the bike.
Slide out on him real quick. All right, well, I mean, he did do about 100 damage on him already. That is pretty big for where he got to that stock and where he could have lost his. So now, somehow, the Raydish firing back majorly. Yeah, BalloonBoy's he's got to be able to hold this lead. You know, force Raydish to come to him. Whoa, big bet on that side.
Gotta be careful, man.
This is what I was talking about, though. Raydish is just not going to fall into that. And look how much damage he's taking just off that bet alone. Oh, I thought he hit him. I thought he got him.
He stayed deep enough in the push-off call and then not get hit by that ground pound that was going right alongside the wall. Raydish picks up his orb back after BalloonBoy grabs the weapon spawn. There's the neutral air. No recovery follow-up off of it just yet. BalloonBoy doesn't want to whiff and get punished.
Ooh. There it is.
Nice.
Okay. Needed that. Yeah, I was a little scared after that side sig off the stage. Now he was at least able to start to get back on stage and go back to neutral, but he did take quite a bit of damage off that like bet alone. So could have been a little scarier. However, does manage to close up this game, and now we are sitting in a 1-1 situation. And this is exactly what I was talking about. I was like, if he can take this stock right here, I was like, now you're putting a lot of pressure onto Raydish to actually make something happen. Raydish is going a little more uncharacteristic. That ground pound that we saw on the left side, definitely something he would not have done if he was in the lead.
I mean, even the ground pound like he did on the right side, at least that one was like super high in the air. But just the raw unarmed ground pound all the way on the left side, that deep out there, that is definitely uncharacteristic. But this is why I mentioned what Hackle said earlier about BalloonBoy, is where it feels like BalloonBoy's victories so often are from behind. Yeah. And it has to be this like clutch or kick situation where you have to bet it all. And there are times when he does it. I'll give it to him. There's definitely times when he does it. That's why he's at this level. That's why he got second at CEO. But you just see it in the vibes of like 2/3 of the entire match before he got that edge guard on the left. And even that was like partly due to the fact that the ground pound came out from Raydish, kind of setting up that situation, that uncharacteristic behavior from Raydish.
Ooh. Okay, now he's looking for his own ground pounds, and yeah, that bow ground pound definitely got some force behind it, so not a bad thing to look for, especially when you have your opponent now in the orange. This time going for the down sig instead. Covering a lot of space right there. Takes a small punish for it.
It almost seemed like he was going to get away with that down sig. It's crazy how much space that Raydish can cover after that D-sig misses, because like the range on it is solid, and Raydish was down there. Like he didn't dodge it. He had to overspace it.
Raydish almost having like the right punish right there. I think he just might have held that too long, or he was too low before he started it. So might have tried to go for a more safer down air. Regardless, we're still pretty even. Not sure who's going to take this first stock just yet.
I think we also just saw the bow weapon toss come out, and then the gauntlet recovery hit Raydish, and I think the bow weapon toss interrupted what would probably be a KO. Raydish was at 171 damage, so I don't know if like one jump height up, if a gauntlet recovery is going to KO on this map. I'm not exactly sure on that.
Oh. Okay, not going to try to send it anymore. Just gets the weapon toss down there. Raydish on the wall slip.
Nice.
Yeah.
Complete baiting coming out from BalloonBoy.
Very much like where he was standing. Yeah, Raydish on the wall slip. He did not drift far enough in for that GC sidelight to hit. So the easy punish right there for BalloonBoy. But
oh, he caught him jumping after that. That might have been a panic jump there after he saw the signature start up.
Yeah, because I imagine if he had went in for the dash down sig, he would have got hit by that in light. So yeah, he just missed the in light. Was like, oh, I got to get out of here. Jump straight into the sig. Right down the middle, but BalloonBoy starting to get a little more damage here at the beginning of the second stock. Looking for that patented BalloonBoy down weapon toss, but Raydish actually does recover high pretty often.
Yeah. It's because like he doesn't want to engage in the edge guard, and you're not going to really engage in a long offstage edge guard situation if you're all the way in the air.
Oh yeah.
I really like that option from Raydish. He does that often enough. Like it's definitely a part of his gameplay where he's going to ride that bike as far as he can to give him the most lateral movement that you can get off of any option. Oh, okay.
Okay, bet a lot right there. Definitely expecting a jump out.
Oh!
The follow down always looks so funny. It's like you want to see that blast zone, you can definitely see it right now. BalloonBoy betting a lot on. Oh wait, he's got to get back down. Betting a lot on that ground pound. That actually does not do him no favors. Now a little bit of a lead here developing for Raydish.
And see, there's moments like that like BalloonBoy doesn't have to do that.
He doesn't.
He's been winning this game on the main stage, not off stage. He doesn't have to go off stage like that and bet it all with that ground pound. Especially riding low, where there's all that lateral movement that Raydish has with his own ground pound. You're going to ride it all the way down there, so Raydish is going to follow you.
Ooh. Okay, Raydish. Oh, very good weapon toss. He had to do something to get past Raydish. That was just enough stun. Raydish also looking for gravity cancel in light instead of like a recovery there. And BalloonBoy now, let's see another day with no extra damage added on. Could potentially get himself back in this game. Nice recovery. Raydish going to push him off stage, though. Oh, great recovery, too, here from Raydish.
There is another weapon spot on the field, so we could see BalloonBoy swap over to the bow if he wants to. I'm not sure if he does or not. Raydish is going to strip it from the field. There's the down air. It bounces off the main stage, not over the corner. He's able to do that safely, so it could be a bait. Oh,
loving these punishes here from Raydish too, because he's not even going for. He's like, I don't need the side light every time, but he knows that he can definitely easily punish that side light from BalloonBoy quickly with the side air.
Oh, is that going to do it from the middle of the stage? Yes, it does. Over 200 damage. You know you're going to get KO'd off of that. 536 damage. Again, fantastic KO efficiency from Raydish. That's because of that ground pound that BalloonBoy went in with all the way on the right side, riding that one all the way to heck so that the ground pound came in from Raydish. Just, if you don't do that, the result may not have changed, but the journey to get there would have been radically different.
You think if he like let go of the
I think if he just doesn't go in with that ground pound, dude, just like just don't do it, brother. Just stay on the main stage. You were doing great.
All right, well, let's even keep the Zario going, though. I see no reason really to swap here. This is what you got your one W on so far. But the thing is, yeah, it's the big bets that are really kind of messing them up. Because I think, yeah, if you were holding that lead, you didn't have to go that crazy. You know, sometimes you got to play the Raiders game against Raiders. Like, let the win come to you.
Okay, nice D-Light neutral air. The second follow-up neutral air for the juggle does get punished by the side air from Raydish.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, he had the time to get away from that.
That worked.
I love that. That down air was a fantastic one, and not just because it hit, but because like there was not a lot that Raydish could do to then counter punish after that if he got like the dodge through, or if he happened to jump at the right time, or float away.
Oh.
This is the way you need to play, BalloonBoy. Your bow is looking amazing.
And now we got a solid lead right here. The N6 not working for him just yet, but yeah, we got a pretty solid lead for sure for BalloonBoy. Hopefully, he can keep this type of pressure up. I like he's still definitely keeping the aggression up, but it's not super reckless. And I think that's one of the things that is going to cause a little bit of an issue here for Raydish. Now he's not able to kind of just camp out. That one's going to work. Good weapon toss as well. Oh my! Yo, we're seeing a game 5.
And this is a great spot to be throwing out the neutral signatures like he is, because he's in the yellow. Like, what's going to happen off of this? Nothing like catastrophic can really happen if he whiffs an in-sig in the middle of the stage. Like, one, he's going to do like a smart dodge after that, and even if he does like a bad dodge, okay, he takes 50 damage. Okay, now he's in the orange. Big deal.
Bro is definitely styling right now. Okay, gets the dash jump, looking for what side he goes to.
Okay. GCD light even a little bit risky. but that at least gives him like a lot of range with how far back Raydish was playing.
All right, that so far I've seen none of those hit, and I've always seen the punish. Didn't take a hard punish yet, but it's just because Raydish, I mean, he's notoriously going high. It's kind of hard to catch him maybe under that stage if you're expecting him to come back to stage, at least laterally. That has not happened.
Oh, he gets away from that. Just barely. Gets away from that one as well. Now we're seeing Raydish go between the cover high, cover low, in-sig, D-sig.
Oh, man, yeah, he's pulling out the coin flip, but neither one of those coin flips working for him this time around. That is going to be enough obliteration. Dude. The 3-stock as the answer on game 4, and we're seeing in game 5 off the heels of 456 damage to 160 Gs. You went crazy.
And other than the down air, like, he didn't really spend much time off stage at all and was still able to be victorious. So he's playing the neutral game that Raydish likes to play, and he's beating Raydish at the neutral game that Raydish likes to play.
Dude, that was what honestly, the announcer said it. I can't even say any better. Total obliteration, bro. Total annihilation.
Real.
Look at that, bro. Oof. Rough one. But, well, that's from last time. That's definitely not this game. Regardless, still, I mean, very solid game, all things considered. So we'll see what happens now as we get into our 5th game here. Let's go.
BalloonBoy even backing up right off spawn, but he's still able to grab the first weapon here. The next one comes in. BalloonBoy is able to get back and grab the bow. Probably what he wants. Last game was a lot of bow damage. He was playing a fantastic bow against Raydish.
Raydish one more time. He is definitely just trying to hold down the center stage. But now, let's slow this one down to a crawl just yet. BalloonBoy's going to have to figure out how to zone break one more time and at least get those really big burst momentum damage racks that he's been able to do. Clean, there it is.
And he didn't whiff his signature this time. Like, he's been going for the neutral signature after that side light, trying to catch the jump after that from Raydish. This time he went with a side air, potentially hoping to set up an edge guard after that, or at least like get the turnaround edge guard by moving out to throw out the side air. That way, if Raydish comes through you and towards the back of the stage, you can turn around and hit him with a dare.
Oh yeah, he's been doing. I mean, I feel like that's been his 50-50 off of hitting a side light. Is the dash jump? Let me wait and see which direction you're at, or it's the dash in neutral sig. So okay.
Dude, BalloonBoy waited so long before he committed to that D-Light recovery. He waited. Okay, I thought we were going to get shades of the previous game where the bow toss interrupted the gauntlet recovery that was going to get a KO off the top, but it didn't this time with the D-Sig.
I think we might be back because, again, BalloonBoy has thrown on quite a bit of SIGs that, I'm used to seeing him throw out, but they just haven't been hitting Raydish. Now they're hitting. Yeah. It might be time, BalloonBoy might be fully activated. That third B is here. Here we go. Okay. Clean. Keeping it simple right here. I like this. Yeah, still not going super crazy on his offense. I mean, obviously doesn't want to give up too big of a mistake, but gets him knighted right there with nice recovery.
Nice. Yeah, that was a really great timing there from BalloonBoy. He knew something big was coming, and once he saw that it wasn't going to be a ground pound with actual motion commitment from Raydish, it was just going to be that bird foot. He just had to wait for the bird foot to come out. He could cover all that territory with the GC Insig, touch the wall, and get back. 88 damage in the orange here for Raydish, so BalloonBoy with a nice lead. He's going to go back onto the bow on his next weapon pickup.
Yeah, Raydish, though, very, very well placed down there to finally get that stock, but it is kind of late on his stock right now at the very least. We already passed the 100 mark. He's starting to get some good damage here. Ooh, almost got a 3-piece. Almost got that jump out the corner, too. Nice. Nice again. Okay, double the end lights. Put him back off the stage. Still looking for that, but no, Raydish is definitely ready. You see him kind of stepping back, and it's a little hard for BalloonBoy, I think, to get that catch that he probably wants on Raydish backdashing away after getting hit with a side light.
But you also saw him immediately change it up on the side light right after that Insig, where he just kind of waited and jumped around in case Raydish retreated back over to the wall. Then he could start the edge guard with a down air. Probably not a ground pound. I don't think he needs that commitment at this moment. Ooh. There's the in light. Doesn't send off screen. He's going to need a little bit more damage before he's looking to KO off the top or the side with just the light attacks of the gauntlet kit.
Good weapon toss right there to try to establish a little pressure, but doesn't get that in light right after. Ooh, not sure if okay, he's through and he's out. Okay, good stuff here to BalloonBoy. Now one more stock away, but he is hurting. And if Raydish is able to find just a quick KO, we can go ahead and even this back up. Oh man, you gave it up to him. You gave it up so easily.
Tough. And that also started with, you saw him throw the bow up instantly after he got the KO because he was hoping for the next weapon spawn to come in so he could strip the field from Raydish, keep the weapon advantage there. But Raydish came right in. He had iframes right as that weapon spawn came in. So there's no way for BalloonBoy to safely deny that without catching any type of punish that could lose a stock.
Oop. Okay. Yeah, now this is the scary part. That, you know, you had a pretty solid lead, and now it's getting kind of whittled into.
Yeah, okay, he gets the bow.
You're not really in a spot where like Raydish is forced to really to approach you. As you can see, Raydish is willing to just kind of go to the other side of the stage and just play some neutral from across the screen. So it's really going to be up to BalloonBoy to make something happen here, even if he does have the lead. Raydish is like, we're still in the same stock. I don't care.
Now BalloonBoy's done a great job of being really patient so far. So as long as he holds on to it just a little bit more.
Ooh, okay, tries to go for that double recovery. Only takes a small punish for it, though, so nothing crazy. However, getting put off the stage, this is kind of scary. Nice, sneaks under that down air.
I thought he was going to catch the side air again after a whiffed neutral air. Yeah, he just tries to get away. After that neutral air comes out and it's not a hit, he's like, I want to get out of dodge. I don't want to take another inlight. I don't want to take a side air. I don't want to take anything after this. There's the recovery. It's really high, but again, we're on Fortress of Lions.
I feel as though I'm liking well, you know, if he had hit that, I thought he was a genius. But I am liking his bow a little better than his gauntlets right now, just for him being able to do stuff with it.
Yes.
Gauntlets aren't looking bad. It's just I feel like he has more chances to actually like push the advantage when he has the bow in hand. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be the gauntlets. He might have to do it on these. And the recovery, not enough from the ground. One more, though. It doesn't matter where it hits. I think that's going off that blast zone.
Is he going to pick up one more before Raydish starts adding up this damage?
No.
There's the dare. Raydish goes back over to the main platform, playing back almost towards the center of the stage. Nice jump after that, and BalloonBoy grabs it in Game 5. The recovery off the top. BalloonBoy qualified for the Summer Royale. Yet another ticket punched for BalloonBoy, coming to yet another Royale with the intent to come out on top over Marky Moo like he wasn't able to do at Spring Royale.
Dude, what an exciting set, though. I mean, they even with the more intense neutral they played for that last stock,